All right, next we have S.C. Smith and Krissy Shook. They're actors from LA here visiting the show, and they have a great little skit for you, so I hope you enjoy it.
Good evening. My name is S.C. Smith. Thank you for tuning in to Sal's show, and it's a pleasure to be in Malden this evening. I live in Boston, which is about 15 minutes away, and so just to set that joke up, that I'll do later actually, but it's a pleasure to be in Malden because I took the red eye in. That joke is actually not funny to my mom or funny to anybody else, but I thought I'd try it. But 3 rules for the show tonight, 3 rules, and that's all I ask, that you remember these 3 rules. Number 1, you laugh, even though the joke's not funny. Even if I'm not funny, you have to laugh, or just smile very loudly. Another poor joke that I wrote probably about 18 hours ago. So you guys stick with me. Rule number 2. Number 2 is, I think, basically the same as number 1. I need people to laugh, and even if you don't laugh, you should laugh because someone in Revere, the home of Burlington Coat Factory, is laughing at that joke. And that's just funny in itself. Number 3, which I promise will be not much funnier than number 1 or 2. Number 3, and I'll look at this camera because the light's on. Number 3 is everyone watching the show this evening must be covered by the Massachusetts Laugh Insurance. Yeah, that's right, Massachusetts Laugh Insurance. So they will deduct that right out of your paycheck. So don't worry about it. It'll be deducted directly out of your paycheck, because I'm going to go back to this camera and tell this joke because that's how funny I am. I can really do that in many ways and shapes and forms. And I feel like I might have to dance in a moment, but I won't. I won't dance in a moment because I'm just not going to dance. In Malden, there's a dance. You can't dance in Malden. I don't know if you guys know that, but you cannot dance in Malden. You cannot dance in Malden, so I'm not going to dance. Sal doesn't want me to dance in Malden, so I'm not going to dance in Malden. I forgot my joke number 3, but I'm coming back to it. Number 3 is laugh insurance. You got to have laugh insurance. If you don't have it, you're going to have to turn the TV off right now. That's just how it goes in Massachusetts. You have to turn the TV off right now, or call your local agency. I don't think Mitt Romney is no longer available, but you can call our agency or Google us at Massachusetts Laugh Insurance. But it will cover anybody that cannot laugh or smile. Okay, great. I'd like to go to this camera and talk a little bit more about this guest that we have coming on. She is a fine lady. She actually has a doctorate's degree from Harvard, and she's quite interesting lady. And as you see her come on stage, you'll realize exactly what I'm talking about. And her name is Dr. Irene Himlickson. Is that correct?
It's correct.
Okay. And so, Miss Himlickson, Dr. Himlickson, what would you like to talk about this evening?
Nothing.
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 Okay. Well, just one thing before we talk about nothing. We are a television show, and we're here for entertainment. And Sal is a very dangerous man if we don't entertain properly. So what would you like to talk about?
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing. Okay. Well, Miss Himlickson, we need to talk about something.
Nothing is the essence of something.
Nothing is the essence of something. Well, okay. Well, that's something, isn't it?
That's nothing.
Okay, Miss Himlickson. So you don't have anything to share with us this evening on the show?
Maybe something.
Maybe something. Well, very good. Well, thanks for coming on the show, Miss Himlickson. We appreciate it. Interesting. I just got this in from stage manager Freddie Farkle, who was actually back in the dressing room nursing a bottle of vodka. This just in. A blind man, actually a blind man in Everett, just walked into a bar and asked the bartender if he could tell a blonde joke. The bartender said, well, I must tell you first, I am a blonde, and there are 7 bikers in the back that are also blonde, and there's one 6'5", 290-pound champion cage fighter just down at the end of the bar. So the bartender asks the blind man again. She goes, "Are you sure? Are you positive you want to tell this joke?" And the blind man thought about it. He goes, "You know what? You're right. Who wants to tell a joke 9 times?" Anyway, yeah, the humor just pours out of me here in Malden, as you can see. And if I could have Sal turn up the lights and bring me some suntan lotion, I would appreciate that, because then I can pretend I'm in the tropics somewhere. And Malden is just wonderful, wonderful place to be. I love it. And I'm so glad to be on the show. And I appreciate Sal having us. And also, I'd like to say, our stage manager, he's back. Freddie is back. Good to see you, Freddie. Good to see you. I'm glad you made it. Last time I saw you, you were on the green room floor with a bottle of Absolute under your arm. The next guest I'd like to bring in, and she's a very talented lady, and I discovered her in Boston on the street. She is a street, I didn't discover her on the street, but she is a street performer, and she's a very unique performer, and she has some lineage back to a famous novelist. Her name is Delilah Dickens, so I'm going to go off and let her perform.
You don't have to leave. I like company. Hi, my name is Delilah Dickinson, and I'm a story spinner. You know what they say, blonde is good in a story, and I am. So what I do is I tell stories for nickels, dollars, and dimes, and anything anyone's very generous of giving. And usually I have a hat out, but I don't want to do that on Sal's show. So what I need is somebody to just call out something, like an object or something, and I make a story. That's why I'm story spinner. My name is Delilah Dickinson. Can you call out something, and I'll see what it is, and then I'll come up with a story.
An apple.
Apple! Okay, so the apples, way before there was a man named Adam, there was this barren tree. It was lonely like all the other trees, and nothing was going on with it, right? And then one day it started to bud, and the bud grew and grew and grew, and it turned into this like round-shaped thing. And Eve, who was very smart and really didn't need Adam because she could, take care of herself, she picked it up, and she was hungry because there wasn't really anything to eat because it was before restaurants, takeout, and fast food. And so she bit into the apple, and that kind of started the fight between Adam and Eve. And I think if you're in a relationship that you know that you're still fighting like Adam and Eve, and it's okay because we don't want to stop what's been going on for generations, and that's how the apple happened.